Welcome to the Missive, a GURPS actual play podcast created and developed by me, your host, Brett Calhoun. Please note that this is a Cold War pulp fiction series that is reflective of its time that it is set in. Listener's discretion is advised. Enjoy.
And so it begins.
All right, you guys will arrive there. What are you guys gonna do? Because it's around like 15 when you get there.
We just find a shady spot and park where we can't be seen until it's time.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't have any plans to shop or anything, so
So
maybe
yeah,
we
we'll
can
find a
plan our adventure
right.
tonight a little better.
actually strategize. So from what you've explained, Mr. Sullivan, there's the bridge. We're in the van still. There's
Yeah.
the bridge that gets to the island, and does that bridge lead directly to the main entrance of the? Are we calling it the prison?
Sure, I mean it leads to the I don't know what you call it, office or handling. I mean it's not calling it a prison is a little much, I guess, but kind of like a little office area slash main maybe a multi-purpose room.
Okay.
And then going south from that, at least how it was oriented when we were on that map, leads to the prison. It's just a long hallway with a whole bunch of cages, basically.
I see. So does that make the entrance on the east side?
There's an entrance on the west side where, well, okay, it was flipped, right?
Yeah, the map was
Okay,
flipped.
yeah.
So north is south and south is north.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that it's like that, but that was
No, that's fine. I just
Okay.
had to orient myself. So it was the north of that is the prisons, and then east, and then there's also another door on the south side of the main room, which leads to a little landing with a boat tied up.
Ah, okay. And the door on the, you said on the west side?
East side, but yeah.
The door on the east side. Okay. That's what leads to the bridge.
Yeah, left.
Okay, yep. So left side is a door, top is a door.
Mm-hmm.
Directly opposite that top door, there's a long hallway, but you have to
More
go
or
through
less.
a room. Okay. Is there a door from the multi-purpose room to this hallway?
Would you
Can I
like
draw it out
paper
here
to draw
this?
it?
Yeah, can I just draw it out?
Yeah.
I would need a. Do you have cartography?
No, can I just draw it in?
I have cartography.
I mean, it's not.
Yeah. I would say Like if
Huh?
I'll give you a blank map or blank page.
Oh, I was just gonna do it to the right here.
Okay.
No, we'll just do it here.
Okay.
Ooh.
Ooh, fancy.
Yeah, a blank white page.
Blank page.
Wow.
I slaved away at it.
I've never seen something like this before.
I honestly don't even remember what it looked like. I know we didn't go into it, but I
Uh,
can't remember.
it's essentially something like this. I mean, this is a crude drawing, but
Oh, that is really good.
Mine wasn't too far
It's a
off.
school bus.
Okay,
It's basically
understood.
that.
So that's how. Okay.
there
And
is.
the door. Don't forget the door on the inside.
Oh,
And
And
the-
this is
oh,
this
the
is where the
hallway.
boat is.
Yeah, there is a door down there.
I see. So this is where the boat is, and this is sort of the main entrance, and the bridge would be over here.
The bridge is over there.
And we're aiming for this entrance. Do you remember anything about the locks on the doors or the security guarding, particularly this entrance in this side of the building?
No, I didn't see that door. I didn't go over to it. But
And was the main entrance door open when you were there, or did someone open it?
it was open. Well, I mean, it was unlocked. I don't remember if it
Unlocked.
was open, but
Either way, we're going to have to get through this door. Were there windows? Do you remember a window at the end of the hallway?
I don't remember if there were windows or
Anywhere?
not. Were there, Brett?
I don't believe there were.
Give me an IQ roll.
Well, what was the lighting?
In what part of the facility?
In the cells.
Specifically, windows on this wall.
There was lighting, natural lighting in the cells, brought about by windows that were outside the cells. They were along the hall.
Right, okay. So yeah, there's windows along here somewhere.
And you don't remember if they were barred or if they were barred, how thick those bars were? I know I'm
don't think
asking
there
a lot.
were.
I'm sorry.
Probably about as thick as like the diameter of a quarter.
And
Not
3 or 4
barred.
inches apart.
I mean, like they were like a regular jail cell.
Too close together for someone even as small as me to slide through.
Oh yeah, absolutely not. Yeah.
I remember
And windows
asking at
are
the
out.
time, but what was the building made out of?
The building is made out of adobe.
What is Adobe?
Like
Like
It's like
clay?
Yeah.
mud,
Yep.
Yeah,
clay.
mud and clay.
Straw.
Is it something that can be like broken through, or is it like actually hard like bricks?
With a
When done
substantial.
well, it is incredibly tough.
Yeah.
Okay. I know I asked about this before, but I just couldn't remember. I'm sorry.
No, I mean, well, whether or not this is well built, I don't know. But when well built, incredibly tough. When
Mhm.
poorly built, incredibly poor.
Mm.
And it was dirt floors, right?
No, it was not.
Oh.
Sullivan, you'll remember that there was like wooden planks made
Yeah,
up
I
the floor.
specifically asked about the flooring, yeah.
Yeah.
There's stories of Adobe huts in Afghanistan taking like 50 cals and 40mm grenades and shit.
Wow. That's crazy.
That's impressive.
Well, it seems like this door is probably our best bet, but we are going to have to face anything in this room no matter which we choose. And if this is unlocked, maybe it's better to just storm the front gate.
And there is just so there is like a room here or something that I don't know, there was a door here that I don't know where it went. It's somewhere around there.
Huh, I wonder if the window to that room would have bars.
I don't know if there was windows to it. But I guess just to keep these are the cots where the men sleep because they sleep there.
Okay. And all the windows in this room were barred too.
I don't remember.
How many? Do you remember how many were guarding it?
There were 3, and they
Three.
took
Is it
shifts if I
always
remember
3?
correctly.
One would sleep and 2 would be on duty.
They would there were at least 3 always. They said
Okay.
because
It's
that's
going
one
to
of the
be
things I
hard at night.
mentioned.
Just to mention real quick for the hallway door, that is a doorway. You recall? You remember?
It is
There's
not a
not.
door, right? It's
Yeah.
just
So
a
that.
Oh, it's just an
archway.
opening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Archway? Oh,
Oh, okay.
nice.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
So how would we? Well, I won't be there, unfortunately. But how will y'all take out the? Basically, get through there without alerting them? Is that something that? Do you think, Sullivan, you could use them knowing who you are potentially to get in a little easier than just, I guess, startling them right away?
No, but that's why I had you pick up these gallon containers of ammonia and bleach.
Is that to knock them out?
Ah.
I
So if we could somehow lure them away one at
They're
a
just
time.
gonna go to sleep.
So is that
No,
something you just pour in a bucket and just throw in there?
no, we don't have that.
Yeah. I was about
I
to say
know.
I do not recall that. At
Oh,
all.
okay.
That would be.
Well, I
It'd be
was
great
going to
if you
ask.
did.
I was going to ask if you had
You
it. Do you
didn't
have
say you
anything
couldn't
that
have
could?
That's what
them.
I
Yeah.
didn't think about till now.
Do you
Mustard
have
gas,
anything?
baby.
Do you have anything that would knock them out? Ether, or is that what it's called?
What do I have at my fingertips, Brett?
Because if we lure them away one at a time, we could maybe.
You have painkillers and probably opium.
Would I have shit. I'm blanking on. I'm sorry. The thing that
the
you
stuff.
You always chloroform.
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 That's
Chloroform.
the word.
Chloroform takes a minute to knock people out, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
It is not fast.
Yeah.
But if you have opiates, you could just
But
inject
this
them
is a
with opiates.
cinematic game, and maybe Brett will
Would-
waive
Yeah.
that for the fact of
Well,
that being
Yeah, maybe he
cool.
will.
I don't know why he would have chloroform though.
Would
I
you-
don't
But-
know. I
I
don't know
don't
either.
know.
But
And
well,
Dr. Shit,
you probably would have morphine.
That's
Well,
what
yeah,
I was going to ask.
I,
Would you
I
have
said he has
morphine?
Yeah.
he has opiates, but he does
Yeah,
not
I
have
mean-
chloroform.
Because those you just like stab them with it and squeeze.
And get you 2 syringes
Yeah.
of them. You sneak
up behind
them
what and you was stab it
in them.
The bridge, was it like a rope bridge or what type? Was it structured?
Rope. It was rope and wood
Don't-
plank.
Y'all should make sure you cut that beforehand
bridge.
so reinforcements have a harder time.
Well, I was thinking of it. Agreed.
Absolutely.
Because if they get one shot, one shout, maybe even, you might have more people trying to get over there.
Mhm. I agree. We cut the bridge first thing silently without being noticed, and then if we can lure them away, is there something you can do, Mr. Sullivan, an injection or anything that could quickly knock them out, or would it be a waiting game no matter what?
Well, I do have some substances that could help with that. I also have 2 servings of knuckle sandwiches.
Unfortunately, that was going to be something I considered. Is there a way that we could just, as non-violently as possible, knock them out? Sleeper hold or something? Is that something you've been taught?
Oh, I don't
Well-
think we're gonna get out of this non-violently.
Well, we should try.
We'll just send Duncan in.
I
He's
don't.
nobody.
If
Be
you
good
remember,
at that.
Duncan's not even
Yeah.
participating in this.
I know. I'm trying to get him
Yeah.
to go with.
Well, they basically came down to like either
Boat space.
one of us stays, basically.
Mhm.
Yeah, because boat space, and then if you're staying,
I know. I
want Frank to
I was
okay.
joking because she doesn't like Duncan.
You get to hang out with.
Nobody likes Duncan.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to replace Frank with Duncan, I'm sure the 2 sociopaths getting sent on the rescue mission will go swimmingly.
I feel more comfortable with Frank going.
Yes.
Sullivan, were
I-
they?
If I recall, just real quick, I think it took quite a bit of effort to convince Frank to go without you being there. So I don't know if you want to put it in Frank's idea that maybe you're now relenting on that idea.
Okay, Duncan will keep me safe.
What were you saying, Reggie?
Were they upset with you when you went there last time, or was it kind of just normal stuff? Because you went there to treat a disease, right?
Oh, I did, and like I said, there was
I'm pretty
probably
happy with it.
4 or 5 others in there. One of them might have been the old district chief.
Okay. I mean, if you go back, like maybe with medicine or something, maybe they'll think that you're, I mean, I doubt unless you think they're going to be suspect of you.
I mean, I guess it's possible only for a second, though.
Yeah. At least to get us like into the door,
Yeah.
I mean, he had people escorting him last time.
I did.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work. They're gonna want to help put you out there.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think just going in with a clear intent for violence would be best.
I mean, yeah, I wasn't there when we did it last time, but I mean, if that's what you think we need to do, I think we should do it. And the
agree.
faster the better.
I think we should try to be as stealthy as possible, and I don't think we should go in there guns blazing and take all of them on all at once.
There's
It's far
only
better if
3
we
of
try to
them.
lure them out one at a time. We could
I
knock
mean,
them
we can
out.
try it, but
don't
Well, you
have to
see
kill
now, this
anyone.
is why people were hesitant about you going. You want her to get out of there alive or not?
Quite hesitant.
Do we see Mike at all yet?
I
No.
want to try to escape this with as few lives lost as possible. If
Well,
it
you
comes
just-
down to
you-
it, and it's Mel or
you are
them,
you are gonna have to accept that the price of her life is likely a few of them, and hopefully not any of us.
Sundown's around 2000.
Oh, okay.
I'd like you
It
to
is
not,
the middle of summer.
Oh, right.
I'd like you to not forget. I'm sure at some point they're going to be intent on killing you and me, and probably even most of all Frank there.
The point I'm trying to make is if we can avoid detection as long as possible, it will likely work out better for us in the end and give us the most amount of time. I
Agreed.
do think it's better if we try to lure them out one at a time. If it devolves into something that we can't control, then so be it. But we should try to do it the right way, with as little fuss as possible.
The right way is going in there, slitting their throats, and then getting everybody out. That's the right way to do it. So I agree with you on that part.
And how
But
exactly do
probably
you
one of them's
suggest
going to notice
slitting
it.
their throats all at the same time?
What's that?
Well,
We have
because
to get
there's
to them
going to
one at a
be
time. Knock them over the
going to
head.
be like 3 of us. I reckon each of us with a knife can probably cut 3 throats.
Gonna be 4
We're
of
not
you.
going to murder someone in cold blood.
Reggie's going with you.
Well, thankfully, there's 2
Yeah,
others that
well,
will.
is it in cold blood if they have kidnapped your friend and tortured her? Obviously. That don't seem real cold-blooded to me. Seemed kind of justified.
I don't think that there is a possibility in this world where we could all simultaneously get into a position where we could cut their throats without them noticing. I still stand by
one's
getting them
sleeping,
one at a
right?
time.
Yeah, well, I mean, maybe not, but if we get one alone, I reckon I outslit his throat.
Did they have an alarm system or something that you saw? Or radios?
I
I need an IQ roll from you on that. And this is going to be at a -2.
There was a desk here, and I think there might have been one on the desk, but I don't remember.
Radio we can deal with. Alarm might be.
Nice. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I totally forgot you're tipsy as well. So thank you for factoring that in.
Nice.
I love that you are providing all of the recon reporting while intoxicated, and everyone's just listening.
I'm only tipsy.
Take a lounge token for just the fact of just like so they're it's like in this area here, and let me mark this. Yeah, there you go.
It's hard to notice altered mental status when his mental status is always altered.
Yeah, that's true. So you remember the alarm system is actually quite crude. They don't have radios there. At least you didn't witness any. However, what they do have is you recall when you were passing through the bridge that under like an awning they had a big bell, and presumably you would just ring the bell and that would alert everybody.
Maybe
Where
take
was
out
that
the
awning?
Hmm.
Point out to me where that was.
Here-ish?
So,
Question mark
no
to
matter
Brett.
Yeah.
no matter what happens, we have to prevent them from ringing that.
Well, just take the bell down
Yeah.
when you walk in.
We
I mean,
could
if
just
you
cut the
can,
string on it.
yeah, it depends
Well,
on how
cut-
it's constructed. If it's metal wire, well, actually,
You have a wire cutter, don't you?
we have a wire cutter. We should be able
And
to
just
disable it
cut
no matter
the
what.
cut the what's the middle part, the dangling part out of the
Yeah,
bell?
the little
Yeah, cut that out. Is
the dongle.
that what it's
It's a
called?
very good bell.
It
I
is
mean, it's
really
just
good.
like the
I
striker.
hope that's what it's called,
Yeah,
and I
the
hope that's
striker.
where that word comes from.
Cut the strike, or just take it off and put it in the ground.
Someone disables the bell, others disable the bridge.
How many
We get
do you
them out
think you'll
one at a
need to
time.
disable the bridge? There's gonna be 4 of you, right?
Do we have knives? Machetes?
Too bad.
I have a
Oh,
knife.
we might be able to use Frank's axe.
Ah!
Frank's
Or not
axe?
Frank,
Mike's
Mike's
axe.
axe. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I
yeah.
He's
really
going
wish
with,
we
isn't
had
he?
some explosives. A little TNT would go a long way.
Well, we have
Also been
glass bottles
waking
that the water
everyone.
came in. We can make Molotovs.
I don't know if we want to be setting off explosives.
No, but it
On
would be
this
a
bridge.
great distraction, wouldn't it? What if we made a Molotov and we set it off? What if we lit the bridge on? No, that would just draw
Oh,
everyone's attention.
I mean,
mean,
I
are
was
you-
thinking it'd be a good contingency.
Are you
Mhm.
saying that you're okay with throwing Molotov at an encampment of soldiers that might burn hundreds of them, maybe, but you're
Well, if you
not
listen to
okay
what I
with
said,
cutting a few throats?
I mentioned the bridge, lighting the bridge on fire, and then immediately realized that would call too much attention to us and take it back. I was not suggesting we throw them at people.
Is there a way to make like something we could put in through the door? Like, I don't know, something like a smoke bomb or something that would make it so they can't see very well?
I think you guys would need something like demolitions as a skill
Okay.
to craft that.
Man, is there anything in any of my martial arts training where that might have come up in some capacity for like keeping
Ingrid, you learned martial arts at a dojo in San Francisco. You
I
did not learn
that's
jujitsu
that's
in
why
Japan.
I'm
Yeah.
asking if there's I was
Like,
trying to hack the
You'd have to be
system.
trained by a master, though.
I
That's
just
the
love
thing.
I love the idea of
Oh,
nowadays like you go to a taekwondo dojo and be like, yeah, I'm here to learn how to kick real good. And they're like, yeah, well,
hey,
today's lesson's about explosives and
if
improvised
the fucking
devices.
street
Are
kids
are we
joining the Foot Clan and Ninja Turtles could do it, then I want to make an
Are-
argument that it could have maybe been possible. Okay.
are we still driving?
No,
we're
we're parked
parked.
out by a
Yeah, you guys have been
vehicle.
parked and sitting for a
Okay.
while.
What if we start something on fire and have the smoke go through the door? They're bound to one of them go check it out.
I think it would just be best to try and get in and
I mean, you have
subdue them
lighters.
before any shots could get off. That's
Well, I
Frank,
mean, just because they're smelling smoke doesn't mean that they think it's an intruder. I mean, could be something on fire.
I think when you're guarding a prison, you might have a slight inclination to assume something.
I mean, come on, half those guys did not look very smart or well rested.
What if
Brett, Frank is gonna take about 5 strands of 10 foot of that fishing line and braid it together.
You have knot
into-
tying?
I do.
Give me a knot tying just to make sure that it's reliable.
Jade's
I'm-
gonna look around while he's doing that to see if she notices anyone watching the van.
good call?
The intent is I'm gonna use this as like a tripwire as a backup, like right here. Just running it across the lower door frame, maybe trip 1 or 2 guys if like it's an emergency.
Okay. No,
What if-
that's good. Take a lounge token for that idea.
What if we
You don't see anybody observing the van. Although it is very busy around here. There are lots of people going to eat at the restaurant and stuff.
What if we, to Professor Callan's point, just go with me on this. We disable the bridge to a point, but then light it on fire on the opposite end, right? Enough so that one person or two people could go back across it, and then maybe that will draw them out enough. How far
That
is
might
that
draw
drop?
the
But
people on the other side, and we don't want
it might, it might not.
Well, I think it would distract the whole camp.
Okay.
However, that idea could be good as a contingency. And grab us one of these gas cans we got. If we can manage to get there unseen, somebody soaks that bridge in gasoline. And then, well, if everybody gets alerted, you light that bitch on fire. It's going to be hard
make
for them
a
to get to
Molotov.
us.
Yeah, we could do something like that and make a Molotov out of the.
I would definitely
the water
cut part
bottle.
of it though, so that just in case for some reason something happens,
Yeah.
you're not able to light it, they can't still use it.
They'd just fall into the water. They'd have a fair chance of survival, but it would take them long enough time for us to at least get some folks out.
Well, and they'd likely drop their weapons unless they had a
Yeah.
pistol holstered.
I mean, the guy did have a bunch of guns.
I don't think he's going to be coming. I think it's going to be the soldiers.
Yeah, it's the 100 soldiers I'm worried about. But yeah, I do intend that we should light that bridge or soak that bridge in gasoline first thing.
Do you think we should disable it on the opposite side of the bank? I could do something and then get back over. I'm fairly light. And that way,
Real quick, Jade, I have rolled common sense for you again.
Mm-hmm.
You recall that there is a window from the colonel's office that looks directly at the prison. And if at any point anyone looks out that window and sees any of you guys monkeying around on that bridge, you'll be in clear view.
Yeah, I don't think we should do anything with the bridge like that, because if I'm recalling correctly, there's a window right outside the colonel's office, and pretty sure it looked right on that bridge.
okay.
Well, that means if we pull the boat up right here, he's gonna see us anyway.
Well, then pull it back farther.
Oh, we should
Oh,
pull
I'd
it
say
back
we'd
behind
we'd
here.
we'd pull
I
the
mean, there
boat
were
up to this
trees and
side.
stuff, weren't there, on the island? Or
Yeah.
was it just open?
Well,
Could
how
you
about
could pull up
this?
behind
We'll
some trees or
bring the
something?
we'll bring the gas in case an alarm gets raised. Then we'll pour it on or whatever when it don't matter anymore. I think
Well,
it's a good
just
contingency.
yeah, and I'm just to be clear, I'm not refuting or arguing against Frank's claim, but I did want to also just caveat for the common sense rule. The dock is substantially further away, and it's a lot more awkward of a thing to see. So like if you guys did come in quietly without making much noise on the boat, you could conceivably make it to the dock without alerting anybody.
Mm-hmm.
But the rope bridge, that everyone can see that if you're looking out the window. Like that's I don't even need a perception check for them
That
to.
was a little farther away from the actual this building though too, wasn't it? Like there was a good path from the bridge to the building.
Yeah.
It was kind of like that. Like there wasn't a whole lot of extra room here between the bridge and the building.
No,
Oh.
I thought there was. There was some, like it just brought you to the island and then that was on.
Well, yeah, like as far as like you're talking about like the side away from everything. There's not much there. I would say my only thought on that, and I mean I could say this as Duncan would be is if you're getting off on like like it's very
Oh, okay.
thin, and I mean you could conceivably still get off the boat there, but there's a much harder chance of one, escape, two, getting on and off easily, because it will be a task trying to get in and out of a boat without like proper footing.
You might as well just go to the dock.
Well, and you ought to bring that flare pin with you to light the bridge if need be.
Well, we
Mhm.
have actual flares. We can just use those if you don't want to use your gadgets.
Well,
Let's
either
use those if
way.
we can.
Well, those are road flares, though, just to be clear.
Well, you can
Isn't
throw
that
it.
still a flare though?
Throw it on a
I-
gas
They,
stove.
they are, but I mean, like as far as like I don't know if you planned on shooting it or anything like that.
No, I think they meant to
Oh,
start a fire.
I'll
Mm.
bring one of each.
So-
I don't know.
We should still disable the bridge first, or we just don't do that and plan to burn it if we need to.
I
Soak it in
think personally you
gasoline.
should disable it just because
Yeah.
then regardless they can't run across. I mean,
Well, but
something
if you
happens and you can't get that lit, then they have access to the island.
yeah, but if you're concerned about us getting seen out there,
Well, I mean, you'll be
We have to
seen if
disable the
you're
bell
if you're
anyway.
going across the whole thing pouring liquid on it. I
we
mean, if
don't
you
got
go
to
up
pour
to
the
the
liquid
edge
on
and
the
cut
whole
it.
thing. You just got to splash it on the edge. It'll catch.
Okay, but that'll be the same amount of time as to cut it, and then you don't have to worry about lighting a fire that could
Mhm.
alert
It's go-
more people on the other island.
Okay, I
Who
saw
have
that
guns.
bridge. Is it going to take longer to cut the ropes to make the bridge not have integrity, or to splash some gasoline on it? Because I feel
But
like
if you
splashing
light it on
gasoline.
fire, more people are going to see it.
Well, I'm not going to immediately light it on fire. That's not what I'm saying.
I know, but I'm saying, like, if you're in there trying to rescue people, you can't tell if people are coming across that bridge. If it's disabled, you don't have to worry about people showing up when you're in the building.
And then we wouldn't have to worry about getting back
Yeah,
to
I
it
think
later.
I
You
think
don't
we
have to
should.
leave someone out there to watch it.
Someone
think if
needs
we
to disable the bell. Someone should disable the bridge as well.
if we can, I think we should cut the rope bridge and not have to deal with it.
I mean, Mike
Does
does
anyone-
have that nice axe.
Also, I haven't seen him yet. Do you think the sun's getting low?
Not yet.
No, we got like 4 more hours. No, 2
Oh.
more hours. 2 more hours.
I
He
mean, we're
is
gonna want to
walking.
do this later at night anyway.
No, we want after dark, yeah.
Yeah.
I think this is a good plan. We'll bring the boat around to the far side of the dock, as far out of sight as we can. Sneak off of it. Have somebody disable the bell, which I can do with my wire cutter if we need to.
Just
Someone
FYI,
will disable the bridge.
the dock is like this. Like it's like a steps,
Okay.
like a tiny thing to the, just so that nobody's confused here.
Okay. Look at the colors. Um,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so simultaneously disabling the bell on the bridge and then
Are we gonna release all of the captives?
Oh,
I
yeah, we're
think it's
going to
fair
release all
to.
the captives.
How do you
I
know
think
they
so.
won't take our boat?
Oh, there'll be
Because
the other
we'll be
boat there.
taking our boat.
But if you
And we have guns and they don't.
so just make sure you don't release them from the building before you can see where
Yeah.
they're going.
And I think it'd be best if we put all the other guys on the paddle boat there.
Yeah.
They can go north, which is down, and this way I drew it.
Nice. Yeah, we'll take May with us and the rest can go the opposite way.
I don't know if it'd be worth taking, what's his name, the old district chief or not. I don't even know if it's him, to be honest with you. But he had an upright, look you in the eyes type of guy. Not a lot of people around here do that.
May would probably be able to tell us though, right?
Mhm.
Oh yeah,
She
she
would,
probably
and
would.
she also would
Good
be able to
idea.
tell them she can speak Spanish so she can talk to the other
Mike
prisoners
would
and tell them
probably
what to
know
do.
too.
Yeah. I
Mike
think
is
it
going with
is.
you guys, right?
Nope.
He's not?
Nope.
Oh, right. It's me, Mike, and Duncan. I forgot. So it's just me and
The
Brett in the
dream
van.
team.
Yeah.
Nice.
This has been The Missive, a GURPS actual play podcast created and developed by Brett Calhoun. Thanks for listening, and we hope to see you again.